You're watching TAG TV.
Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Uzma Jafri. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 5th of April. Terrorism, foremost threat to international peace, says Indian Foreign Minister in Azerbaijan. Bollywood star Salman Khan gets 5 years in jail in black bug poaching case. Sri Lankan Prime Minister wins crucial trust vote in Parliament. And now for all the details. India's Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj on Thursday said terrorism is one of the foremost threats to international peace and security and undermines the ability to attain development goals. She made the remarks while addressing a mid-term ministerial conference in Azerbaijan.
India's Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj on Thursday acknowledged that terrorism is the primary threat to international peace and security, and talks to combat terrorism have not been matched by the actions. Swaraj made the remarks at the mid-term ministerial meeting of the Non-Aligned Movement or NAM in Azerbaijan's capital city Baku.
Terrorism is one of the foremost threats to international peace and security. It maims and kills our citizens and undermines our ability to attain our developmental goals. Unfortunately, the talks about combating terrorism have not been matched by our actions.
Early on Wednesday, Swaraj held delegation-level talks with Azerbaijan's foreign minister. India and Azerbaijan agreed for a global and concerted action to combat terrorism, stating that both sides had zero tolerance on the issue. Later, Swaraj also called on Azerbaijan's president to enhance bilateral ties. During her 3-day visit, she is scheduled to meet top leaders attending the NAM conference.
One of Bollywood's biggest stars, Salman Khan, was on Thursday convicted in a 1998 black bug poaching case in India's northwestern Rajasthan province. He has now been sentenced to 5 years in jail. 4 others co-accused in the case were acquitted after getting the benefit of doubt.
A court in Jodhpur city of India's northwestern Rajasthan province on Thursday sentenced Bollywood star Salman Khan to 5 years in prison in a 19-year-old poaching case. A penalty of $153 has also been levied on him. Khan and fellow actors Saif Ali Khan, Tabu, Neelam Kothari and Solani Bendre were charged in the killing of endangered blackback antelopes in 1998 while shooting for a Bollywood film in the province. However, all other accused have been acquitted. Hearing of the bail application in Khan's case will take place on Friday in Jodhpur city's session court.
सलमान खान को मुख्य न्यायिक मजिस्ट्रेट श्री देव कुमार जी खत्री के द्वारा 9/51 में दोषी करार मानते हुए 5 वर्ष का कारावास तथा 10,000 रुपए जुर्माने से आरोपित किया गया है.
This is not Khan's first brush with the law. In 2015, India's Bombay High Court overturned his conviction in a hit-and-run case in which he was accused of running over a homeless man. Last year, another court in Jodhpur acquitted Khan in a separate poaching case, ruling that there was no proof that he killed an endangered gazelle.
Moving on. The brutalities committed by Pakistan on residents of Pakistan-administered Kashmir are not just limited to killings and inhumane physical atrocities meted out to them almost every day. Locals allege for over 6 decades, Pakistan has ransacked all the natural resources in the illegally occupied region.
The unabated cutting down of trees in Pakistan-administered Kashmir has left the illegally occupied region stripped of more than 90% of its forest cover since 1947. Earlier, the region had 45% of its area under forest cover, but for the last 70 years, Islamabad has continuously robbed it of its natural resources, leaving parched land behind. Illegal deforestation adds more than 5,000 acres of barren land annually, reports suggest.
जंगलात को 70 सालों में जिस बेदर्दी के साथ यहाँ के हुक्मरान तबका ने उसको काटा और उसको बेचा, और आज जो हमारे दादोशुमार हैं उसके मुताबिक 3% रकबे पे जो है ना जी वो जंगलात टोटल रह गए हैं, और ईंधन का भी यहाँ एक प्रॉब्लम पैदा हुआ है। इससे मैं ये समझता हूँ कि एनवायरनमेंट के ऊपर हमारा बहुत ज़्यादा जो है ना जी बहुत के ऊपर असरअंदाज हुआ, एनवायरनमेंट हमारा टोटल ख़त्म हो गया।
Locals allege unchecked deforestation and construction of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project in the illegally occupied region has caused massive displacement through the years. They blame Pakistani authorities have ramped up illegal mining, denudation of forests and exploitation of water resources, thereby leaving them simmering for their own natural resources.
In news from Afghanistan, Afghan Foreign Ministry in its newly refurbished building on Wednesday displayed more than 100 paintings of an artist. The artworks were displayed during an event to celebrate the Persian New Year, which was attended by top government officials.
More than 100 paintings showcasing the life and culture of Afghans went on display on Wednesday at the Foreign Ministry in Afghanistan's capital, Kabul city. The paintings by artist Mohammad Faisal Pataksni will now be on permanent display in the newly refurbished ministry building. The artworks were displayed during Persian New Year Nowruz celebrations and were attended by top government officials and foreign diplomats.
آرزو دارم که این سال نو مملو از سعادت، بهروزی و کامیابی برای مردم و دولت جمهوری اسلامی افغانستان باشد.
Afghan Chief Executive Abdullah, who was also attended the ceremony, appreciated the artworks of the talented artists. Artist Pataksni hails from the remote northeastern province of Badakhshan and has been painting since he was a teenager.
In news from Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka's Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe on Wednesday defeated a no-confidence motion in the parliament with a 46-vote majority. The no-confidence motion was initiated by the joint opposition group in the parliament led by former President Mahinda Rajapaksa.
Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe on Wednesday survived a no-confidence vote in Parliament after a majority of legislators voted to support his coalition government. The opposition, eyeing fractures within the ruling alliance, had sponsored the trust vote against Wickremesinghe, blaming him for failing to prevent an alleged scam in the bond market and for failing to stop anti-Muslim riots that occurred last month. Wickremesinghe, who leads Sri Lanka's United National Party or UNP, won the support of 122 members of the 225-member parliament, with 76 voting against him.
ප්‍රතිඵල යෝජනාවට පක්ෂව ඡන්ද 76යි විරුද්ධව ඡන්ද 122යි නොපැමිණි 26යි.
President Maithripala Sirisena's Sri Lanka Freedom Party or SLFP was split over the vote, with only 16 of its 42 lawmakers who support the government voting for the Prime Minister. Some 26 legislators, many from the SLFP, were absent. Wickremesinghe has faced criticism for failing to deliver on economic growth, which slumped to a 16-year low of 3.1% last year, its worst pace since a recession in 2001. The rupee currency is hovering at a record low.
Moving on to news from Nepal. A senior leader of the main opposition Nepali Congress has accused Nepal's left government of indulging in populist activities. The leader on Wednesday said that the upcoming India visit of Premier KP Sharma Oli will have no achievement other than just easing the strained relations with his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi.
Senior leader of the main opposition Nepali Congress or NC, Ramchandra Patel, has accused Nepal's ruling left alliance government of indulging in populist activists. Patel on Wednesday said instead of focusing on economic prosperity and development, the government is engaging in populist works. The NC leader even added that during the visit to India, Premier KP Sharma Oli will have no other achievement than easing the strained relations with his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi. Nepal's Prime Minister Oli will embark on his 3-day India visit on Friday. Oli, who was sworn in as a premier in February this year, is now looking forward to work together with neighboring nations for the development of Nepal. He had earlier said that Nepal has enjoyed cordial and friendly relations with both its immediate neighbors, India and China, and will continue to maintain them.
A specially abled child in India's northern Ludhiana city has started to break all stereotypes by writing with his only 2 functional toes. The spirited 5th standard student has also been scoring the highest grades in examinations.
11-year-old specially abled Kamaljit Singh sits on a dhuri laid out on the classroom floor with his legs stretched out as he diligently takes notes with a pen tucked between his toes. Born with dysfunctional arms and malformed feet, Kamaljit of India's northern Ludhiana city topped his class by writing his exams with the only 2 functional toes of his right foot. The spirited 5th standard student uses a special slanted wooden board to rest his notebooks on. His teachers helped him learn writing with his toes and he is able to paint and draw with his toes.
मैं जिन्होंने कहना चाहना भी ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ
Kamaljit has been awarded with a gold medal by his school for his achievements. His teachers admit that Singh has worked very hard to outdo his classmates.
आम बच्चों के मुकाबले जो हाथ से लिखते हैं उनसे तो बहुत कई गुना अच्छी है। बहुत सख्त मेहनत के बाद ये बच्चा आज इस स्थान पर पहुंचा है।
For other children like him, he is an inspiration as he says one must never give up and work. Born in a family with humble means, Singh's treatment is progressing slowly and his parents hope he will be cured soon.
Tourists from around the globe are flocking to India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province with the arrival of summers. After the successful opening of Asia's largest tulip garden in its summer capital, Srinagar, there has been a surge in number of tourists.
After suffering a lean patch in tourism, India's northern Jammu and Kashmir's tourism sector have hopes of increased tourist arrivals this summer. The tourist season has had a good start following a successful opening of Asia's largest tulip garden. A good number of domestic and foreign tourists are visiting the garden along with the exquisite Dal Lake to take a ride of shikara houseboats.
The people of Kashmir have always welcomed tourists, and it is because of their personal touch which they give to the tourists that tourists do come. We have a number of repeat tourists coming.
Tourists from across the globe are visiting the valley and experiencing the warm hospitality amidst the majestic views of the Himalayas.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Everything about it's so lovely. We've had such a nice day here. Everyone's been so kind. Everyone's been so lovely and welcoming to us. The food's been amazing as well. But yeah, we've just loved every moment. We don't want to leave.
Kashmir Valley is amongst the favorite holiday destinations for skiers, travelers and adventure seekers. For nearly a century, millions of tourists have been drawn to the soaring peaks and houseboats bobbing on Dal Lake in Srinagar, the summer capital of the province.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Terrorism foremost threat to international peace, says Indian Foreign Minister in Azerbaijan. Bollywood star Salman Khan gets 5 years in jail in black buck poaching case. And Sri Lankan Prime Minister wins crucial trust vote in Parliament. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.
watching TEG TV.